Watch this and tell me what you see. You might think it's something along the lines of Power Rangers, and while that's a good place to start, this goes a lot further than just men in spandex. Tokusatsu is a general term for TV dramas with a focus on special effects. The West pretty much only knows about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or Kamen Rider Dragonite if you're one of the two people that actually watch that. However, modern Tokusatsu spawned in Japan with the 1950s Godzilla film. Later, a man named Shitaro Shinomori would create the Kamen Rider Super Sentai series, which you might recognize more as Japanese Power Rangers. Yep, this is Japanese, alright. Now, a lot of this may look strange, but that's what's so great about Tokusatsu. There's something for everybody. If you want to sit down and enjoy something fun, there are shows such as Kamen Rider Forze. Kisaragi Gentaro is a new kid in school, and his goal is to make friends with everyone, even some monsters that threaten the school. It's up to him to save the day using the power of cosmic switches and friendship, but the principal of the school is hiding a dark secret. Forze is a very laid-back season of Kamen Rider, and they're not all like this. In fact, Forze is one of the very few seasons that takes place in a high school setting, but it's still worth a watch, especially if you're new to the series. Gexo Sentai Car Ranger. This one is just plain silly. A team of mechanics are granted the power of Car Constellation so they can defend the Earth from Space Bosuke Balzac, which, by the way, translates into something like reckless drivers from space. This may be too cheesy for some, but trust me, it's a fun ride from beginning to end. And Ultraman Ginga. If you watch Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, then you most likely know what you're gonna get into with this. A teen that suddenly gets the power to transform into a giant Ultraman and fights monsters. This one has a very basic Monster of the Week formula, but Ultraman Ginga is an anniversary season, so there are plenty of references to past Ultraman. In fact, toys of past Ultraman are the season's gimmick. It's a bit simple, but so were early seasons of Power Rangers. If you think that's all too childish and want something more mature to go along with your men and monster costumes, you can watch Kamen Rider Amazons. This is probably one, if not the darkest Kamen Rider has ever gone. In a world infested with creatures that want to kill humans, it's up to one ragtag group of soldiers to fight them off. That doesn't sound too different from any other Toku show, right? Well, just watch this clip. It's a very dark season, and not just because of the violence. There are some pretty mature themes here that you wouldn't find anywhere else. I also hope you don't mind the Instagram filter. Power Rangers RPM. This isn't the power of friendship you remember from your childhood. Based in a post-apocalyptic alternate universe, there is only one colony of humans left on Earth as a computer virus named Vendrix tries to conquer it. And that's all I'm gonna say about that, because this season was meant to watch blindly. Well, I can at least show this clip.
Sometimes when I morph, I can't help but notice this gigantic explosion right behind me for no apparent reason.
I assume you're referring to the residual energy runoff that is sometimes necessary to clear the suit's biofield channels during the morph.
I'm referring to the 6-story high fireballs like that one, right there. Now, could that happen to me in the kitchen or something?
The Uchu Keiji Sharavan reboot may have bright colors, but it can get pretty violent. During a war on illegal drugs, Space Sheriff Sharavan must find the source of the production and the person responsible for it. Even if you've never seen a Metal Hero show before, this is definitely worth the watch, if not for the final fight scene alone. There are even shows that have something in between, such as Tamika Hero Rescue Fire and Ultraman Neos. They're both shows that have a basic formula of Monsters of the Week, but they also have stories that you can get invested in. The stories don't get too grim, and the humor is just right. Tamika Hero also has some fan service for those that already enjoy Tokusatsu. Then, there's Kamen Rider Gaim. It starts off as some happy-go-lucky teens dance together to forget that they live under the overseeing eyes of the Yggdrasil organization. Basic stuff. Until real monsters start appearing in the city, and then you find out that certain characters aren't who they appear to be. With a protagonist that you can connect instantly to, and a story that is more about the gray area of morals rather than straight up being black or white, Kamen Rider Gaim is certainly one show that shouldn't be missed. Hopefully I've convinced you to start watching Tokusatsu, because believe me, there's so much more to this than just a show about men in monster costumes. Thank you for watching. If you're new to my channel, then I suggest watching this video where I talk about transformation devices throughout Toku, or this other video where I talk about the entirety of Kamen Rider's very first Heisei era show, Kamen Rider Kuga. And once again, thank you all for watching.